So, okay, rolling hands.
Put a little over. Okay, now. This is called Lazaro, rolling hand. Lazaro, rolling. You're doing better there, except your fuke is not the center at all. I mean, it's over by your hip. Right? But this really is a good exercise.
Oh yeah.
You're supposed to do this.
Stretches a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, you're supposed to do this for like 20, 30 minutes. I mean, I can do it even now, and I haven't done it for an hour. Wow. I mean, it's no tension in it. What causes the tension is your tension.
Yeah, you fight against
So
yourself.
you have to keep washing it away when you're doing it.
So what is this one called again?
Well, this is Donchi's
Donchi style.
drills, arm drills.
So from Tong Sao, palm strike, Bong Sao, or Tong Sao.
Right.
So
But see, I can almost stay there.
yeah, you can stay there still.
Because of
You're not gonna
what?
take away. Yeah, because of
That futsal drill.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll go loose, right? And I just do the food.
You go back to center. It's already
And
take me
then,
out.
bam!
What was the side one was called? Which one was side?
No, it's the same thing.
Same thing, but side.
It's, okay, this part's the same.
Okay.
Because don't forget, this is all coming out of the Lazaro drill,
Lux out there. Okay.
the rolling hand drill. You know, but now it's this.
Straight down. So what would I have done here? I would just go into a bomb. So from here, attack. Or top.
Go into the top. The other one you have more of an option. This one's at top. So, it's the top side. And then if you did that, then I would do see, it's the same thing. See the jut?
Yeah.
Yes, what was I can't remember what it's called for. Grabbing him. I apologize. Some things I forget.
Yeah.
But it'll come back. It's just
Of course.
sometimes I forget people's names too. but-
Yeah.
And then as soon as they go away, I remember. Okay, sorry. Okay, now you do me. And then I go down. No. I go down. You go. Okay, watch. No, I need to be on top. That. That's what you're going to do.
I think I have to be on top, right? This one?
Yeah. Well, you can do it that way, but
Oh, then here.
no, that's right. But what I'm saying is, what you want to do is you want to come down. See,
Okay.
so then it's this.
Okay.
No, no. So your wrist stays in the center. That's what I want you to do. When I hear it, and I go like that. Right. See?
Okay.
Right. You see how you're trying to think it?
Think it through.
You got to feel it. Right now, in the beginning, you don't.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you have to think it through.
Yeah.
But then once you think it through, then you're like me. You're feeling without the feeling. That's hard. Because what usually happens when somebody feels is by causing pressure or control. That's what I'm saying. You have to learn how to have the control without trying to control. That's the end. And that's a real time-consuming learning. That's why James Lee, Bruce Lee's cousin, said, you can never, ever really learn Wing Chun without a real competent Sifu. Because these things will never be spoken or shown or taught. And the thing is, to learn it, you have to learn without trying to muscle feel it. You have to feel it from within and understand the principles of the center without trying to get it from all this. Without this, you get a hold without holding. You follow? So if I felt that, I just know. I mean, you know, it is any of this.
That's it.
I use that. It's just like I did it once with a big guy. I just grabbed him and went like that. When I did, he went like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, motherfucker, you know. I went like this and he went like, no, bang, bang,
Yeah.
right? And stuck right through him. Bang, 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 you know, bang, bang. And he just looked at me like, what the fuck? And every time he tried to grab, he was grabbing, like he would grab my wrist. I would just, you know, I'd be here and I'd just go this way or take it this way, right? Or the other way, with no strength. I mean, you don't need strength. Matter of fact, my Sifu said, if you're using strength, right? He's saying it, but he was using the strength. It wasn't. Not reaching. Because you got to understand, there's a Chinese woman that developed. There wasn't no 160, 180 pound, muscle pound man. She was fighting against muscle. So she had to figure out, what can I do to take away the muscle? Because when she got grabbed, she was grabbed. It's like me compared to you. That's why I was showing that principle of Wing Chun. Now, there's a way to stop me from being able to do that. Let me show you something. Okay, so you grab me. Same thing, I'm trying to do it. Okay, but I know if I do go to my set, see, I do this. But how you stop me from doing that is when I take my step this way, take a step that way. See? You know? You see? Right. And all that time, you're nailing it. You're nailing it. But if you don't know Wing Chun, you don't know that, and you're going to just work off your muscle. And I'm going to be working continually off the Wing Chun. The Wing Chun way. Because it takes no muscle. And that's why I learned it. Because I said, one day I'm going to be 65. When I'm young, I can use muscle. But when I get older, I might still have the muscle, but I'm going to be losing other things. Stamina, different things that I'm not going to have than I have when I'm young. But with the Wing Chun, if you really master it, you're not using your energy,
So
much of it.
show me the difference, the way you do your parry or to the neutral, and when you just take it to center, you don't have to do that.
What was that?
Yeah, the attacks, sometimes you don't use your neutral. You don't go ahead and just go to the,
Oh, okay.
To the
well, that's
central.
what I'm saying. Modified version on what? On which?
whatever you feel is better to teach.
Okay, so this the same thing. Just do. So now you attack. Okay. See this.
Modified would do this.
No, this is what we would do.
Okay.
Because anywhere, well, you got to understand simultaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So if actually in reality, if I was punching and you did the fook, which you can't do, but like if you were punching and I did the fook, right, and I brought you here and I start going like this, okay. Okay, wait. I'm here. Oh, okay, yeah. There's this, right? But again, to do it right, the elbow should be in center,
Mm-hmm.
and it works.
Okay.
But if I'm here, see, it's not really
So
working.
how would the modified do it then? The modified from here, what would they
Modified would just do this,
do? Would just do this, leave
and
the
leave
center
the
open.
fucker open.
Because to them, they're happy just blocking
They're
this,
happy.
as long as they
And they're
move it up
saying
there.
like what the guy said, if you can't do it, it's all right. Well, it ain't all right.
So,
Because if you can't do it, your center's.
so they're happy just going to the center
Well, you see what they're happy with.
without having to do the
And
center.
it was funny because I've gone to schools where I said, well, let's do Luxor to the Sifu. Oh, you know Luxor? I said, yeah, I know Luxor. So when I go to doing this, right, they're looking at me. You know, so when I'm doing this, you know, which is a rolling, okay, but they're doing that.
Mhm.
So now if we're doing chi sao, right, I would be doing this.
And the reason why you would do that is because they weren't in center.
Because
they
then
have the center.
I know
Yeah.
there it is.
But if they were to try to do that to you,
Yeah.
then they can't. Because you'd feel it.
No,
because
the
of-
second I feel it, I'm doing this. Right? And I just cross them up. Bang.
Yeah.
And I was pushing them all around the house. And the guy's face is turning red. Well, what is that? I said, well, that's real fucking Luxor. And he's saying, well, I was never taught that. I said, you got a black sash, you should have been. I said, that's the difference between the real version. He said, no, we know the real version. Oh, well, let's do Luxor again. And I'm pushing them all around the house again and nailing them everywhere. And he's going, I guess I don't. I said, no, you don't. Because you were taught to modify. And all these versions, all of them say, they're the true version. But what says, what's the true version, is the system. And center. If you have the muscle center, you don't have Wing Chun. And the shame is if it just stayed women, it would have stayed pure. But because men, everything they do is with muscle, it took away from the art of the system. And in my case, I was blessed by revelation from God, and if Sifu saying something, even though, and that's why I went to, I learned more from William than I did with either one of the two guys. No more than Philip. But Philip, you saw his stuff. It's all this. It's all muscle. Everything is done with strength rather than with the system. And I noticed this right off, that it could be done with just the system if it was done right. And Bill and I would be talking about it, so then you're right. You're exactly right. He said,
But when you started training with Bill, he was doing it the original way.
when I
At
was
first.
training with Bill, I'd already been training with Doc. And Doc knew this principle about center. And that's how come I was coming to him with this. with the center already.
When was it that William changed it up and started not teaching, or teaching what they're teaching now, more doing the central as well?
Well, what happened is they all got fed up with students.
Yeah.
Because the students, it's just in their mind, deny the fact that they can learn. They're saying, I can't, in their head. And that's where they stay. And it's like I told you from day one. You can. But I don't say it's going to be easy. And I'm saying that you can't. The first thing you got to do is tell yourself, get away from I can't. Because now my chest is too big. Or my arms are too big. Or my back is too tight. And I can't. Well, as long as you believe like that, you're right.
But when you went to Bill, Bill was already doing that.
Well, Bill was like me.
Okay.
Bill could go to some.
Okay.
And he understood that if you had center, and if you were using the form or the stepping of the real form, it works. You don't have to work.
So when William meets you and he sees what you're doing,
He loved it.
he was like,
And,
this guy.
and then all of a sudden, you see him go to center. He said, man, I'm so used to staying loose. He said, because when I'm there, they're all pushing against me.
Yeah, they
I'm absorbing twice the negative energy. And he says, and it's hard to get rid of. You know, once you start getting used to that push and grab and push, it just becomes natural. You know what I mean? So in me, in a way, it's best because I still have my natural. And even though I don't train, and it's even though I think I forgot, when it comes to touching, I have. Because it's still in there, and it's not from me thinking it, it's from feeling it. And then it's just feeling, oh, okay, if he does that, then then it's there. But I really didn't think when you said it, I was a little nervous. I'll be honest.
Yeah, of course.
You know, because it's not like I had the school like I used to.